Today, I have a few things to do. Item number one on the agenda. Gonna get some breakfast. I don't usually eat breakfast, but today I'm hungry this morning. So, yesterday we were working on the chicken coop, and in between there, we also did a little bit on the driveway because I had some gravel delivered and spread across the driveway, and he accidentally dumped it too thick. He meant to make it go a lot further, but he didn't drive fast enough down the driveway, so we had to spread it, and we can't spread it by hand. So after I eat breakfast, I'm going to head outside, and I still have Jarrett's truck I borrowed. If you watched the chicken coop build video, part 3 I believe it is, you can see that I have his truck. And anyways, I still have his truck, and I'm going to use it to help spread the rocks a little more. I don't know how else I would do it exactly without having a tractor of some sort. I'm sure there's some sort of way, but I mean, it's a lot of rocks. Doing it by hand, I didn't know how thick it was until we started spreading it out. Ashley and I did, and yeah, not gonna happen. So I have this stuff here left by the previous owners to help do driveway maintenance, and we'll see if we can do that. Although it's really heavy, I don't know if I'll be able to move it by myself. Well, I have a lot of dishes due to laziness, so that just means I'll probably have to do a dishes live at some point, maybe tonight, I don't know. Depends on if I have time. Alright, heading outside. I guess it's getting kind of cold out. Leaves are turning color. I don't know if you can see that out there. No, you can't, because that is bright white. But it is fall, or I think it's fall. So we are going to be putting on a hoodie, or if you're from Saskatchewan, you call it a bunny hug, bunny tuck, or if you're in some other place where they call it a jumper. What the heck? It's a hoodie. I'm gonna put on a hoodie and head outside. I don't have much time because I gotta head out to go pick up something so I can mail it out, and then I'm gonna go meet up with Alex and see if I can put together a bar thing that he has. We'll see. Okay, so I have this thing, which is just 2 pieces of whatever C-channel steel this is. That's thick, and it's got this serrated edge on it. This one doesn't. This one's just regular. And then over there I have a couple harrows. I'm going to try this first if I can lift it, and I'm going to attach it to the ball hitch right here, and then drive it down the driveway. We'll see how that works. Damn, that's heavy. Okay, so I have them turned around here, and I'm going to go back that way. The only thing is, that kind of sucks, is I wanted this to start where it's deepest over there, and obviously it's not going to discriminate, so I'm not sure what to do. Oh, Hank wants to play with the neighbor's dog. Okay, I took quite a few passes, but in this area right here, it's still quite thick. Coming down over here, it's thin, and then way over there, it's thin. Most of it was dumped from here-ish to here. So, figuring out how, with this stupid rig, to go back and forth without pulling all this material back onto where it's thickest, I've decided that when I get to the end of my run, I am just going to, whilst I'm driving that way, I'm going to have these upside down. So if I go like this and rehook up here, it'll force those to come upside down, I'm hoping, because I'm not making very much progress. I made a few leaps here, but I really need to make a little more progress if this is going to be fruitful, because I have to leave soon. If this wasn't so freaking heavy, I could find an easier method, but since it is heavy, I'm hoping this will be the easiest way. So this will take minimal gravel down that way. Then when I turn around, I will flip it right side up, and then I'll be able to bring the most meat this way, if you will. All right, let's give it a shot. There we go, it's upside down. Now I should be able to bring minimal gravel back this way. This is where it's thickest, right here. There, I'm not bringing any gravel with me really. I mean, I can see that I'm bringing a little bit, but it's very minimal. Okay, now I'm gonna stop about here. Reverse so I can unhook it. Okay. Now, all the gravel that I brought down that way, I want to keep there. So I'm not going all the way back and forth. You can see that I didn't really bring any with me. Just a few little bits here and there. You can see a little bit of hilling. So now I unhook it, and this will flip it back going that way, and I will drag some that way. But from here, I think it should be pretty safe and productive. All right, there we go. Okay, now that that's on, this one I had to move over here. This one will flip over as I start driving, and it should start dragging everything, because I want everything to go that way, because my next load I'm gonna have dumped here or so, and then the next load, after I get the driveway and parking pad all figured, I'll dump in there. Perfect. Oh no. That wasn't supposed to happen. It was only supposed to flip once. Alright, I'm not sure how important this one piece is anyway. I mean, it is heavy, so I'm sure it's doing something in keeping the stuff nicely placed, but I mean, this is not exactly the most sophisticated piece of equipment. It's all homemade. Alright, let's figure this out. I go quite quickly here so that I'm not lollygagging and picking up way too much. And then here at this thicker spot, I'm gonna go nice and slow, pick up a nice amount, and drag it along. This is much more effective than raking by hand, that's for sure, but I wish I had a tractor. My neighbor has a tractor, you might be able to see it right there, but he's not home. And also, it's weird asking people, yo, can you come do my chores for me? He's a very nice guy. If he saw me doing this, he'd probably come over, but I definitely don't expect anyone to do that. Alright. Alright. I like that. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to unhook here now, and I'm going to go do it one more time at least. Then I got to go. Alright, running out of time, so I gotta go, but I got a decent amount done. I'm just gonna grab a rake so that I can rake up the random couple piles that I have basically in a couple spots where I was switching back and forth. Let's unhook this. I'll probably continue doing this later. So you can see how much gets dragged by and caught on the back one. So when I had it flipped over, when I was going that way, it worked out pretty freaking good. So eventually I would like my driveway to come straight and go all the way to that little gravel pit there, come across here all the way to the garage, and then that used to be a road back there. Now it's all muddy because of the bobcat stuff that we did back there, but yeah, can't wait till it's done. Look at my chicken's house. Can't wait till they can have the one back there. They don't have to have this stupid tarp system and stuff. It rains so much, so we just leave it out. But anyways, this will all be gravel, hopefully, and then my carport will be here and stuff, so we'll be able to park, because you can't park in the garage. I mean, don't be silly. That's my workshop and art studio. All right, so a couple things to rake up, and then I'm out of here. Got a little piece of art material in the load of gravel. This is just a chain link that has like the opening that you can twist off. This will probably be in a more rustic build, maybe a rooster or something, I'm not sure. Keep an eye out for that in a future project. I'll try to reference it if I remember when I build something out of it. Alright, got one little pile here, and then a couple down there, and I'm out of here. Heading off to Barry's bookstore there. That's where I had that wooden reel-to-reel video camera that I had sold I don't know, maybe a month ago or something like that. Well, now I sold a skull, so I'm gonna go get that skull, and then I'm gonna go meet Alex. Just gonna be building out that bar that used to be a clothes rack. I haven't seen this guy in a little while, and now I'll see him never again, because I'm going to pack him up and send him out. Well, I guess he's going to go out on Monday, but still. Alright, now I'm off to see Alex.
Sit there and try and cut piano keys. But when you do, I gotta get that on camera.
Okay. So this is what I'm working on today. I basically had to make this into a bar tabletop thing. I don't know. This still folds down. This used to be a piano, and then after that it was a clothes rack, but now it's going to become a bar. These stools are from the Potter's house, so they have to be this height, which is pretty high. So I got to figure out how to affix this to this. I kept this after I had given this to Alex, or well, I didn't give it to him. He commissioned me to make it back in the day, but I kept this because I liked it and I wanted to make something out of it, and so far I hadn't made anything out of it, so now we are going to make a bar out of it. So the glass that Alex got cut is 12 inches, and this is from here to here is just over 11 inches. I believe it's 11 and a quarter almost. No, 11, not quite. It's 11 and 3/16. And I think it would be nice if the glass stuck over a little bit from the keyboard. I'm gonna say that's good, and I'm gonna cut it along this line here. I did bring a track saw type thing, but I don't think I will need it based off this being a nice straight line, so I'll just follow this line here. We'll see. I decided to be safe and use the track saw thing because we only have one shot at this, really, and I don't want to screw it up because we can't exactly just go get the other keyboard that I have, because I don't have another one. So we are going to put in every measure that I can think of to make sure that it's a nice straight line and that it looks good. Okay, moment of truth coming up.
And I was saying earlier, you might be the first person to ever attempt cutting a piano keyboard straight across in one shot.
Moment of truth. Yes. I have this hesitation right at this first part which is stupid because it's just wood, it doesn't have feelings. Here we go. Moment of truth.
Yo voy a cantar esta canción para mi gente, con una pasión tan fuerte. Ay, 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 ahora sigo cantando y sigo gozando, yo sigo cantando y sigo gozando.
Mesmerizing. I think you cut your blue plastic shield a little bit.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Oh, are you?
It's to create a zero clearance. You're supposed to do it first, but I was like, why?
Oh, okay. So you could build something out of all those little chunks of wood.
Yeah, I'll probably end up keeping them because I always keep everything.
Well, it's a good thing you did, because if you hadn't kept the keyboard out of my piano, I'd be going, I wonder what we can use to build a counter. It wouldn't be as cool as this.
Yeah.
That did a nice job.
Yeah, I like it. Now I just have to cut this off, and then we can figure out how we want to put her on.
Cool.
Yeah, that actually worked really good. Okay, got it all taken off. Now to bring it inside and do some more brainstorming.
I'll come and pick it up.
Almost got it out. I was thinking about maybe just spray painting these with the fire engine red, which is very close to this red. It would be the cheapest option, and it would look really close.
The other thing we could do would be, or gold.
Oh, to match this?
Yeah. Gold.
And kind of transition to this weird raw wood color?
Gold, red, or black.
Oh, black would work. Actually, let's do black. I'll go get some spray paint.
I might have some.
Oh, you do? Possibly?
Let's see. I've got silver. I have black hammered. That doesn't matter, does it?
No, it'll just have some texture to it, but maybe it'll match the texture that's on this.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright, so the goal is obviously to save as much money as possible. Alex had some spray paint, so we're going to spray paint it black because it will match because there is black on the piano. And he also had some scrap wood that we cut down to the right size. And my saw blade's a little dull. You can see that I have some schmutz on my wood bits here. You can just get that off with some sandpaper, or if you're wearing jeans or any other kind of abrasive type clothing, you will be able to take it off that way. So I'm going to clean these up, spray them, and then I'm going to go screw them in place. Alright, and there she is. So it's a good height from, like, for your knees and stuff to get under there. It looks cool because it's, you know, it's a piano and it's got a keyboard for a top. Alex still has to get the glass. Well, he went and ordered the glass. We just need to wait for it to come in. So I'm going to come back whenever that is ready and finish it up. Probably also put something for the feet to go on because these stools are really high, and just for comfort, it'd be nice to be able to rest your feet on something. So I'll also put something in there for that as well. But all in all, pretty good. Now I'm going to go back home and see if I can find something to do there. Looks like Alex is leaving too. So one thing that you didn't see is I actually spent about an hour on the phone while I was working here with the shirt and hat and apparel company, I guess you could call it. Apparel merch company. I don't know. Merch company. Anyways, I spoke with them for about an hour or so, and we are hashing out some details. So I think I will announce the potential plans here tonight if I do a live video. So when I get home, I have all those dishes to do. If Ashley didn't do the dishes, freaking seatbelt thing in this truck. If Ashley didn't do the dishes, then I will be doing a live video. If not, then maybe I'll do one tomorrow or something like that. You'll know, because you're in the present. No, wait, you're in the future. I'm in the present. We'll figure it out. Anyways, I'm heading home now, and we'll see what's next on the list. Alright guys, bad news. There is no dishes. Ashley did them. I figured she might do them. So I'm not going to do a live video today. Not that that matters to you in the future, but I do know that some people wait for me to do my dishes or do a live or whatever, because that's when they do their dishes, which is kind of cool. So Ashley's just making supper right now. Took me a while to get back home. I spent a lot of time driving around, doing different errands. Like I have Jared's truck, so I was gonna get gas, or I did get gas. Plus it was where Alex's store is compared to where I am, it's kind of a long distance, so getting through all the traffic to get to the gas station that I go to, because it's a res gas station, so I get the gas for a little less, well, a lot less actually, so that's why I go there. But anyway, it doesn't matter. A long way here. I'm home now. I think I'm gonna spend the evening doing some editing because Ashley's folks are coming, so I'm not gonna get into a project now where then I will just have to stop, because that's kind of frustrating. So we're gonna feed the dog here. My mom's little dog right here. This is Shadow. She has special, what is it called? Diet? Special diet? She has a special diet. She can't eat very many foods, so we have to make her this rice and what is this? Just hamburger?
Hamburger and chicken and rice.
Yeah, so we have to make her this concoction, and then put some of her medicine on it and stuff, because she'll throw up almost everything else.
And she has seizures.
And she has seizures. She's old. She's 13, but she's still pretty. She's pretty spry for a 13-year-old. She jumps off the couch and stuff. What's that?
She acts like a puppy sometimes.
Yeah, she does act like a puppy. And Hank and her get along. She was scared of Hank at first, but she's not anymore.
Hank was trying to play with her today, and she was not having it. She was like scared of him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's kind of a big guy, but he's a good boy. If he knows you. If he doesn't know you, he's not necessarily the friendliest, but you just have to get to know him, and he's pretty stoked. He also really loves food, so he thinks that is going to be his, but no. Alright, so I'm just going to be doing some editing. I'll check back in with you tomorrow. Ugh. Going for a walk in our trail. Still worn down nicely. I haven't been in here in a while, but it's pretty good. Taking the hounds for a walk tonight. Tomorrow, I think we might work on a chicken coop, even though we're not doing a chicken coop part 4 video just yet. Just want to get those holes dug, because it's going to snow this weekend possibly.
She's making do a sweet job.
I think she's doing really well there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Does
she's
she
on
have
the
her
Because
cruise
you know what
ship.
it is? All the cruise ships come in there,
Oh.
even to Halifax.
Yeah.
Because people were asking us, "Oh, are you guys on the?"
She has one with a whale with an umbrella.
That's so cool.
Oh, that was the other one that you thought Josh would like.
He
Was the
could.
whale with the umbrella?
Yeah.
That's cool.
You can see my breath. And you can see, well, I don't know if you can see my breath or the rain, but it's pouring. Fantastic. What I was going to do today was start digging my trench. So I need to dig a trench from, you see where my meter is, right? Go out a little ways and then go down all the way to the garage, to, well, right behind that tree right there is where the power hooks up. I didn't know it was going to rain today. I should have known it was going to rain today, but I didn't. Now my plans are screwed up. That's okay. We can change the plans. You know what I haven't done in a long time? Well, I have done it here and there, but I haven't painted. Today is going to be a painting day because it's raining. Come on in, Hank. Looks like it sucks outside. Alright. Why don't I start painting? I prepped the canvas. If you watched my vlog, then you've seen me prep this canvas already. Like I repainted over an old painting. In fact, I just finished editing that video last night. And I'm going to upload it tonight. They take forever to upload, so I can't really do it and film at the same time because it makes things not go well, because I just do it all on my phone. So I'm going to try to turn this paint, or this, what would you call this? I guess it is kind of technically a painting, but I'm going to turn this painting into something else. A different painting, a better painting. I have two things that I want to paint. I want to paint the Three Stooges, because I painted, I painted Charlie Chaplin 3 times, and I've wanted to paint Laurel and Hardy, but I think this one's, it's nice and big, so I can fit 3 subjects on there. The only thing is I don't usually paint more than one person on a canvas because it's hard to get the proportions right so that they all play together. But if I have the 3 subjects, if I can find a picture that I can use and change and make my own, I'm gonna see if I can fit all 3 of them on there and try to create something cool. Another one I wanted to paint was Steve Aoki. I listened to a podcast with him on it, and he seems like a really cool dude. I don't actually listen to his music. I mean, I've heard it, but I don't know. Three Stooges or Steve Aoki. I'm going to go eat breakfast, and I'm going to think about it. And then when I get back down here, we're gonna go hard in the paint. All right, I gotta put the painting plans on hold. I just finished breakfast. Get a text. I gotta go pick my brother up from the hospital. So, yeah. So he's fine. Well,
Define the word fine.
but now we're going to Safeway to go get some fluids because you can only drink fluids. Hey, so what happened exactly? Do you want to say?
I went on a road trip with my friend Amber, and we went to Hinton. And I was hungry, so I ate some Chinese food, right? And then that night, I actually wasn't feeling too well. I had like a head cold symptoms, or like flu symptoms, if you will.
Right.
Stuffy nose, full head, kind of groggy. And then I had Chinese food.
Yeah.
And then it just went downhill from there. I was puking for about 24 hours. So about every 20 minutes, something was coming out of me. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do anything really. I was just huddled next to the toilet. Really.
I think this is all junk food, actually. Wrong aisle. Okay, and then, but it was something with your kidneys or something. Oh, water right here.
Yeah. So they say that. So since I do smoke the MJ, they thought that maybe the cannabis smoking had something to do with it. One doctor said that like a person could smoke it once and then get what I had, or they can be a seasoned smoker and then they develop it over. And I've been smoking for quite a while, so the first doctors thought that that's probably what it was. But I didn't tell him that I ate the Chinese food. So the second doctor didn't even need me to say that they're like, yeah, it's probably not that. And then I told him about the Chinese food. He was like, yeah, it sounds like food poisoning. So it's, at this point,
but it's affected your kidneys.
Right, it affected my kidneys. They said that they said that they were only working at 20%.
Right.
So
that's brutal.
That is extremely.
So you can only drink fluids or no food for how long?
It's not necessarily that I can't eat food. It's just we're worried about if I do, this process will start over and I'll have to. I don't want to throw up. That's why I say that I want to eat fluids.
Okay, what's your favorite water, I guess? Okay, let's get some of those.
No, it's too expensive. Let's get this.
There's another one right here.
Cool.
Is this sparkling water or is this regular water though?
Sparkling.
Gross. What about smart water? This is good. I believe this is balanced.
Yeah, that'll work.
Oh, it's distilled water. You don't want that. Spring water. Get this. Okay, we'll get a case. Oh, it's flavored though. Do you want flavored?
Not necessarily.
Okay, how about this?
Yeah.
Should we get 2 of them?
I'm not gonna drink.
You're not gonna drink all
no.
this?
No,
Okay.
I will. But
Alright, do you need electrolytes or something?
probably. I don't want Gatorade.
What about Powerade?
Pretty sure there's water with electrolytes.
Or you can get aloe vera water.
Yes. Wait. I think that's too much sugar. Yes. I'll guzzle this. This stuff is so good.
Okay, grab 2 of those
Yeah,
at
2.
least. Alright. Let's get out of here. Alright guys, we're in the future now. About how many days has it been?
3. I don't know.
It's been a few days. It's been
Tuesday is when it happened.
Yeah, so I have 3 vlogs coming out before this one. But well, no. This one's coming out next, but I have 3 vlogs that I still need to edit, including this one. And now I'm filming another one. You may recognize our clothes from 3 videos from now. The timeline's messed up.
Yeah.
I wanted to just get Jakota to re-explain what happened to him and why he is all messed up. In fact, we just came back from another thing. We get your blood work and stuff done, and then you're going back again tomorrow for x-rays and whatnot.
Right.
So explain to the folks what happened, why you were so sick, and like basically the events.
Okay. So basically what happened was I did a live for 4 hours, right? I did the 4-hour live, and then the next day I kind of woke up feeling like crap. But it wasn't like an intense crap feeling. It was just I had a sore throat, and it felt like I had like strep throat or something, right? Just was like raspy or whatever.
From talking for so long.
Yeah, I was talking for so long, and I had a bit of a headache, right? And I was like, okay, it feels like I either have the flu or head cold or something, right? And I was like, not a big deal. And I got invited out to go on a road trip, and I was like, awesome, this will be perfect for doing some photos. And we ended up eating some Asian food, and that was like the beginning of the end. That night, I could not stop throwing up. No matter what I ate or drank, it was like 10-15 minutes later, it was coming out, right? And that was all night. I didn't sleep. I took a million showers, and yeah, it was just not a good night. Next morning, hadn't slept yet, still throwing up. The festivities got ruined because of my sickness. So instead of doing what we had planned, we just went home. And the ride was a disaster. Throwing up everywhere. Threw up all over the vehicle. This is not good. So we get home. I get home. And nothing has changed. I'm still really, really sick. And I'm thinking, okay, well, it's probably what I ate, because it was just like a cold symptom or whatever, right? It was just sore throat and a headache. And
lots of throwing up.
Which turned into throwing up. So I was like, hey, obviously something I ate. So
You get to the hospital. Well, you text me.
I texted my brother here, and I go, hey man, I'm going to probably check myself into the hospital. I'm the sickest I've ever been. And this has nothing to do with vertigo, if you guys are familiar with that. I get vertigo. This was way worse. It was so bad. Anyways, I tell my roommate, he had just gotten home actually, and I was like, hey, I need a ride to the hospital. And he was like, no worries, man. So he...
No, what did he actually say though?
What did he actually say? He was like, dude, you look like crap. This is what he said. He was like, dude, you look like a zombie. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
So then, yeah, so he texts me, and I tell him to keep me posted. And then I wasn't going to put any of that in the vlog just because it's, you know, it's private or whatever. And that's when I was actually working on painting, I believe. So you text me, and then the next morning, you text me again. And give me an update and whatnot. So when you get there, what do the doctors say?
Okay, so the doctor asked me, if I did any drugs, and I do not do drugs. I just smoke weed. So I admitted to the smoking weed, and they were
which is legal here, by the way, and is legal for medicinal and recreational use.
Correct. And I use it for, whatever I use it for. And so I saw the doctor finally, and so I answered all those questions. Yes, I smoke weed. How long have you been doing it? Blah blah blah. Then so the doctor comes in and goes, yeah, so we think that what's happening to you is directly related to the smoking the marijuana. And in my head, I'm like, okay, well, I'm pretty sure that if that was the case, I would have been puking my guts out for years already.
Because you've been smoking it since you were 15.
Around 15 is when I was my first, but I wasn't that acquainted with it until I was 17.
And this has never happened to you before?
No, never happened to me before.
And you hadn't smoked it yet that day either that this happened, right?
I actually, when we got to the hotel, we did smoke a joint, and then that was after we.
Right, but you got the sickness.
I had already had the sickness before I even smoked. Yes,
right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So doctor said, yeah, this is probably it, and he sounded like he was convinced that that's what it was, right? So, and I'm like, okay, well, whatever. Another doctor comes in and says, yeah, we're going to go ahead and say that the weed has nothing to do with.
And this is
with your sickness.
Later
on in the day, probably about 2 hours later, another doctor comes in and says, hey, yeah, it's probably not that. That doesn't really make much sense in this scenario.
He asked more questions.
I gave him more answers. Yeah, right, because the doctor.
The first guy was like, weed?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think they just wanted to.
Then the second doctor was like asking more questions.
To
try to piece it together.
Right, exactly. Because it didn't make sense to him, right? And no one. They asked. I think it was just those questions that you ask so that you can. I guess they want to diagnose what your problem is, but like when it comes to weed, there's still a stigma behind it. So I think that. That's just my opinion. I think that, in my opinion, they wanted to just say it was the weed, when I absolutely don't believe that it was.
Okay. And then so the second guy thought maybe it was the food.
It could have been the food, yeah. I didn't tell him that I had a past problems with my kidney area, I guess. It feels like there was a pain in my kidneys before, and I never even said anything about that. So, it's something that's been wrong with me for a while.
Yeah, a long time.
Right? So I can tell you right now, it's not
right.
The weed.
So basically, what was wrong with you?
So basically, my kidneys were working only at 20%, which is
probably a little bad.
Not good at all. I had no fluids in me at all. I was deathly hungry. I was so hungry. I was throwing up for over 24 hours. So like there was nothing inside me, right? It was really, really, really.
You were getting like all muscle aches and like cramps.
Huge muscle aches. Like it was almost worse than throwing up, right? Throwing up sucks, but then you got this, like your muscles will constrict and they're like tightening on each other, right? So it's like you're, and then it's like, and then it's like you gotta stretch that out, and which I didn't know. So like I would throw up, my stomach would clench up, and then I would be like, oh, lay on the ground, and then it would just be that much worse. So then it was like, I'm worn out, okay? I'm tired. I don't have any energy, but I still have to stand up so that I can get all the puke out, and so I can stop these muscles from constricting. So it was not fun. It was not good. So
But then you were fine. You called me. I went and picked you up. Mm-hmm. That's when I was going to start on the painting. I was doing something else at the beginning. I can't remember. Where you texted me doing something. Oh, I think I was painting it white. That was for the end of one vlog. And then the next morning I started the next vlog of me actually painting on it or something like that. And I was like, I was going to paint, but now I'm going to go see my brother, which I think is in this vlog that I'm filming this for. Anyways, now you're fine.
I'm
mostly
okay,
right?
Yeah, it's been a couple days now since it's It's Monday. So it's been about 4 days where I've been able to heal and, put fluids in my body.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And now you're going to help me do some stuff on the chicken coop, which I believe there's 2 chicken coop videos coming out. I think one before this vlog that you're watching right now, then one after. I have to edit both of them, plus edit this one. Plus I just started filming another vlog today in your future. There's lots to do. Anyways, this is almost 10 minutes long of explanation. So back to the regular part of this vlog. Glad you're good.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm glad I'm good too.
Alright, so Jakota's all good. I was going to ask him to come help me tomorrow with my chicken coop, but since he was in the hospital all night and still feels a little under the weather, I think we'll pass on that. I'll figure it out on my own. Last night he looked like this. He texted me this picture last night and said, "Dude, I think I'm sick." Yeah, a little bit. So yeah, he needed whatever he got. I'm not sure what the procedure was that they did there, but he's good now. He has to go back in a couple days just for a checkup or whatever. So yeah, I'm hoping that he stays good. But for now, I'm stoked. Let's get some light in here. I'm stoked about painting after so long of not painting. This is going to be a good piece. I had some time to think about what I was going to paint, and so I gathered a few reference photos, including one of myself to use. Oftentimes, if I can't figure out what I'm doing, I will take pictures of myself. But time to paint now. Okay, so I was going to leave the video ending right where you just saw and then make you wait for that painting to end, because today I was going to start the next part for the chicken build, but it got below freezing. So it rained all day yesterday, then got below freezing, -5, which is like 20 something, like 23-ish degrees Fahrenheit. And it's still -2, which is 20 whatever else Fahrenheit. So the ground is frozen. So I can't dig the rest of those holes that I was going to do around the chicken coop. So what I think I'm going to do today is finish that painting, or do some more of that painting that I was working on downstairs. Right now I'm going to take the dog for a walk. Right now I have the video that I started uploading yesterday. I'm not sure if I mentioned that I was going to upload the video yesterday, but it takes hours and hours and hours. Our internet really sucks. So I'm actually uploading that video. It's like 16 gigs right now, and it's at I think 12 gigs. So I have 4 gigs left to download. So while it's, or upload or whatever, while it's uploading, I'm going to take Hank for a walk with Ashley this morning. It's still pretty early in the morning, but it's nice and bright. But when it gets winter, it will still be dark out. It's a little cold, so we'll have to get on our jackets this time, which sucks. And someone sent us a bandana, like a knitted or crocheted bandana for Hank. So we'll put that on Hank. It'll be the first time that he wears it functionally. Not that he needs to stay warm. He's got a fur coat. He was born with it. And then we'll take Shadow as well. She'll probably not like walking. We need to get her a sweater as well. But anyways, the whole point of this is that this video is continuing. I'm going to finish that painting. I also have to do some other stuff, so maybe I'll take you along for the rest of today too. You may realize, or have already realized, that my vlogs are based on my real life, and I don't exactly know what I'm going to do. And so they're kind of sporadic. And this is a perfect example of that, because I thought I was going to end it yesterday because I thought today was going to be another part of the chicken coop build, but life changes as circumstance changes, or plans change, I should say, as circumstances change. Anyways, going for a walk now while my video uploads, and hopefully when I come back I can do a productive, whatever you would call it. I don't know what else to say. Look at him. He looks good to go. Thank you to, I forget who it was who sent us this, but thank you so much. All right, let's go for a walk. Oh, I guess I gotta grab their leashes. Okay, so we're back from our walk. It's 11:49, so it was a decently long walk. Ashley works a later day today, so we decided to go for a walk, and we were gonna do some stuff if we could, but I just went in the back there to the chicken coop to go grab a ladder from there before we went on our walk there, and it's just mud, just pure mud, clayey mud, so it's like mud that sticks to you. So we're not going to do anything back there at all today. We thought maybe we could do something. Not worth it. It'll be too frustrating to dig any of the holes or anything like that. I thought maybe we could do it later in the day, but we can't. Now I think I'm just going to go do some painting stuff. I also have to stretch this canvas that I have here in the staging area, we'll call it. But I have this painting here that I need to stretch, so maybe I'll do that at some point today as well. My video is still uploading. It's been uploading all night, like since, let's see here, since about 10 p.m. last night, and it's been over 12 hours. It's still not uploaded, but it is close. So yeah, it's very annoying. I don't know what I can do to make it faster except for compressing the file, but I want the quality to be good there. I shoot it in 1080p. I used to shoot it in 4K, and it would take even longer, but I don't know. That's boring stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna head down here into the studio and get a little bit more done in the painting department. Yesterday when I was painting this, I have this lamp here that I made a while ago, and I accidentally got green paint on it when I was doing the green coat here. This is kind of my older style that I used to paint in. Well, I still paint in that style, but where I use lots of colors that are like, you know, like this, kind of looks cartoonish and stuff. I really like that style. I still have quite a bit of work to do on these guys, but it's coming along pretty good. So time to come along a little more. Is that proper English? Alright, so as I'm working on this, I get the notification that my video is ready, like it's uploaded. So now I'm gonna just go do all the description and all that jazz. I do that on the computer because it's just easier to type it all down rather than on my phone. And yeah, I'm gonna upload that. And then I still have to, I filmed some chicken coop stuff. Like I have a video ready to be edited. Not what I was gonna start today. That's probably obvious. But I have another, I think it's part 3. Part 3 I filmed. I was gonna start filming part 4 today, but that obviously didn't work out. So yeah, anyways, taking a break from the painting. I'm at the stage where you don't see very much progress. You just see subtle changes, but it all adds to the end product. So I'm just gonna spend some time on that after I finish this. All right, it's done. I just have to make it public. There's this thing here that says set as a premiere. Invite fans to co-watch and chat about your latest video release. I've always wanted to know what that is, but I have no idea what that is. Does anyone know what that is? Anyways, done. Save. All right. Okay, now you guys can watch it. Maybe you guys are watching it right now. I noticed that some people, like, they thumbs up it or thumbs down it before it's even, like, there's no way you could watch it because this video is 52 minutes and 26 seconds. Which I used to be like worried that was too long, but I still get comments all the time that say, make them longer. This vlog I'm just uploading, it's called Back Home and Back on Task. That is just one day. This vlog that I'm doing right now is, I think this is the 3rd day. And the vlog that I'm going to start working on next, maybe I'll start editing it today. It's the chicken build, part 3, I believe. That one, I think, is over 2 days. So each vlog is different. Depends on what's going on, what I think might be interesting. Lots of people think it's boring. They tell me all the time. And if you're one of those folks, just don't watch them. If you're here just for the build videos, I do have a couple of those in the can too that I can be doing. There's 2 that I want to release in October because they're Halloween-ish. You'll see one of them is actually an old video that you may have already seen in another vlog, and then another one is the one that you haven't seen yet, but you've seen the thing that I'm gonna make. So that's a little bit of a teaser. I'm gonna start working on that painting again downstairs. Yeah. It's still weird for me to talk to the camera because I'm not actually talking to a person face to face. I mean, I can see my face, but it's not the same. So I just went to check to see. Someone has already commented on the video, and there's no way that they would have watched it yet. You guys are awesome. All right, painting time. I haven't painted in so long, so I'm so glad that I'm finally doing it. Oh yeah, dishes. I'm also going to be doing a live today. So releasing a video and then also doing a live, that might seem like a little too much in one day, but look at all those dishes. I purposely told Ashley not to use them or not to wash them, and I accidentally used more than one plate for breakfast. So there's an extra dish in there. All right, going back to this painting here. This one is actually, I'm liking this one quite a bit. I didn't do a painting video on this one because I had already done the background. I didn't have everything done. I'm not doing it start to finish, so this is kind of like bonus paint video, I guess, within the vlog. I've used several reference photos for this piece, and they're all off of Google except for this one, which is me, of course, so that I could do this part of the painting. Oftentimes I will do that. This is still looking a little weird, so I'll fix it a little bit. I got to do some tweaking here and there. Oftentimes I have to do that, but yeah, all the other pictures I just get so they can get their facial expressions and stuff. I still have some work to do. This guy kind of looks like Joe Rogan right now with hair. Carrot Top and Joe Rogan crossover. They're all coming along though. This is not a gag that they've done that I know of, is like the exploding in your face dynamite. I don't even know if that is a gag. In my Charlie Chaplin paintings, I have, in each one, I have him doing a gag I don't think I've ever seen him actually do. The exploding cigar, I'm not sure if he's ever done it. The driving a car and the steering wheel comes off, I'm not sure if he's done that one. And I don't know if he's done the, is it Buster Keaton, the hat popping up? I'm not sure if he's done that either. I don't actually watch a lot of the old-timey comedy. I do like it, so I have seen quite a bit of it, but I don't know their full catalog of slapstick gags and stuff. So the Three Stooges, I've only seen probably 4 skits or something like that, maybe probably more than that. So I'm not sure if they've done anything with dynamite, but I thought it would be funny if they did. So you can see from like the main reference photo is how I got them sort of standing there, and then I just took some other reference photos just to kind of get different facial expressions and stuff. And yeah, so I'm going to continue working on this, and then a little bit later I'm going to go do a live. So sometimes when you're listening to tunes in your headphones, you kind of let the music flow, and you kind of just, go with the flow of the music, and then you might go a little overboard. So I was splattering this painting, and I did a little too much just because I was really feeling it. And then when I was done the song, I was like, oh damn, now I got to do a lot of touch-ups. So I'm going to show you the process, but the context is going to be a little out because of I'm going to be using royalty-free music. But this is how I kind of splattered my paintings, or how I used to do this. I used to do this quite a bit, and I'd like to get back into it. It's really a freeing process. So now some of the details missing, like his TNT plunger box. You can't really see what he's doing there, so I'll have to take some of that away, do some touch-ups there. I already started adding some of the brown that I was going to put in there for the detail in his suit. And around his hands I might take away a little bit. But I really love doing that, so now to keep going. Okay, so I have to wait for this painting to dry. All those splatters and stuff are like, I'm smearing them, and I don't want to smear them necessarily, like in here and stuff. It's getting a little, so I'm going to let that go. I just actually got off the horn with the guy who's going to be doing my hat. So if you've been waiting for a hat, he had to go through some logistical things and whatever for the business or whatever, but it sounds like hats are going to be on their way. Ashley's hats and more of my hat, and then some other stuff too. So I decided to come to the Canadian Blue store to get some roofing material, because I don't know if you can tell, but it's snowing. So that's unfortunate.